your life is dumb. Head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you're feeling bad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you feel sad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you're feeling bad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you feel sad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you're feeling bad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you feel sad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you're feeling bad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you feel sad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club. If you're feeling bad, 'cause your life is dumb, head on down to the band of Timmy's Fun Club.
My Uber Eats driver was late. I finally got my tiny yogurt drinks and sandwiches, but it took some time. Good morning from Taiwan. I know that's what everybody's here for. The weather report. the hour, the minute, the second of Taiwan. It is 5:43 a.m. in Taiwan. And there's no daylight savings time here. There's no clock adjustments seasonally. But for some reason, this morning, usually at 5, it's very dark. And when I come into my classroom, it's very dark. Why is this so difficult to open? That's what people like to see. Raw aggression. Usually, it's very dark. And we don't have daylight savings here, so there's no time adjustment, light adjustment. But for some reason, just after 5 o'clock this morning, it was light. And I don't understand it. I don't know the science that goes into all of this stuff. I mean, I know that, you know, I know that what happens? The Earth goes around the sun, and the rotation of the Earth positionally changes throughout the seasons, and then eventually that position leads to more or less sunlight and more or less heat and things like that, right? Right? Is that right? Somebody tell me if I'm right or wrong. Right now. Dial the show up at 1-800 band 1-800-420-BOTFC. Dial the show up right now and tell me if that's right. We have any scientists? Any doctors? Doctors of science in the audience want to tell me a little bit about how that works? No? No one? Wait. Is my mommy listening? It's just an empty void. It's just a dark, inky nether. The wide abyss of space. Well, guess we'll play some Hearthstone. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. If there's one thing that I don't need, it's that. It's that black bar at the top of the screen. Hold on a second. This is gonna get weird, so just hang on. Hang on. Hearthstone. Okay. I guess we're just gonna... It doesn't feel like it's full screen. I'm looking at it here, and it looks different than it does there. I don't really have a perfect resolution for this, unfortunately. I guess that one is pretty close. Nope, I don't have a perfect resolution for this. Ugh. But I know that this is super interesting for people that are watching the stream, so, you know, happy to provide so much entertainment with this technical difficulties stream. I know that it's something that everybody enjoys seeing. Okay. I know what you're thinking. Gold 5. What an embarrassment. What an embarrassment. You dare to call yourself a Hearthstone streamer? Look, I've been busy, okay? I've got young children. I've got a job, a full-time job. I don't have time for this. What I do have time for is messing around with different decks and seeing how they work. And seeing if we can get into any accessibly fun games in this difficult to crack meta. I mean, maybe to like the pros, maybe to people that have been doing this for a long time, this is not that difficult. But gotta say, I have not enjoyed this meta so far. What do we need to keep? I'm guessing if there's a spot the difference in this deck, it means that there are no minions. Now look at this juice. Recast a random spell of each cost you've cast this game. I haven't even looked at this deck list. I have not even perused this deck list. So here we go. We're about to get slapped in the face by a million dragons, and then once all the dragons come out, another dragon will come out that give them an extra turn that can slap me in the face even harder and kill me. Just want everybody to be aware of what's going to happen. Presumably. All right. If none of them die, deal 2 more. Seems relatively effective in getting rid of dragons. That's 2 dragons he's already played. He's that much closer to completing the extra turn dragon thingy duty. Oh, we discover them. Wow, there are so many uninspired 3-drops. 5/1/1 soldiers with random bonus effects. That's kind of interesting. I mean, this is a bigger boy, but he's just going to get traded with. Okay. None of these are good options, I'm afraid. But I can reduce my cards next turn with this manufacturing error. I wonder if they realize they made that error.
Bring guidance. My petal and thorn.
Two, 3. Oh, baby. Let's just wait and see.
Find me in the dream.
I guess there's a point where Yogg in the box does some funny things, and then you Yogg in the box again with the galactic projection orb. I'm assuming that that's how that works. All right. Deal 1 damage to to a minion, improved by each friendly minion that died. Well, that's not going to be a lot, I'm afraid. Let's try again. Photos minions. But don't I not have Photos minions to play? That's kind of fun. For next turn, I guess. Yeah. We'll do the same thing next turn with all of the spells and with the location. It's going to be a lot of discovering. Well, that's cool. That's not. That's pretty subtle. Yeet. Yeah, let's shuffle some bombs. Now we're talking. Yeah, let's deal some damage. Now we're talking. Let's do this first. Yeah, that's just what I was afraid of. 9 cards in hand. Okay. Oh, is he not removing my bomber? Hee hee hee. Okay. 3 damage split among all enemy minions. I gotta get some stuff out of my hand. This is only enemy minions, right? 3 damage split among all enemy minions. And is it pinging? Like ping, 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 ping? Yep, it is. Okay, we're good. We're good then. Excellent. Let's see what we can get here. Yeah. Let's... Explosive ruins. And then we shuffle 1 more bomb into his deck. Hopefully making him that much more aware of his mortality. Oh, did I just... No. For a second, I thought that I got the thing that countered minions, but that's in the old days. That's in the old days. I just got an explosive ruins. That's not interesting at all. I was like, did we just counter his big dragon boy and ruin his turn? No. And, that's fine. That card shouldn't be in standard. Ho ho! I will counter a spell, though. That means we get 1 more bomb. Hee hee hee. Hoo hoo hoo. Alright. We'll get rid of this dragon and we'll ping him again. Then I think I'd like to discover a mage spell. Something... Oh... That's unfortunate. Maybe we can discover something here. Oh, we can get a secret. Make him nervous about what we're doing. We'll put in another bomb. Boy, oh boy. So we've got Oasis Alley, Oasis Alley, and then Explosive Ruins. None of those are especially helpful, especially if extra turns are coming. It's kind of nice that he is this low in health, because it would sure be cool if he could get bombed to death now. Oh, he thinks that thinks that he's gonna be going off and winning. He might be. Alright, how do I kill him? How do I kill him really quickly? Is it with Yogg? Is it always with Yogg? Five dream cards. There's 5 damage in there. I mean, he's got 18 cards in deck. He's going to have 4 bombs if this doesn't die, right? Did I do my math right? A 3/4 would charge. There's some damage. It looks like I didn't have any of those left, though. Sad, sad, sad. So I think we just do this and we pray for bombs, which sounds very, very political. Nope. Was there a better lethal? Maybe. But the fact that we did all that against a dragon priest is kind of fun. Alright. Beginning to see why this deck was considered to be a fun deck. And that was my goal today, was to find fun.
My long run has ended.
Let the games begin.
Dr. Tickles, I have a bad feeling about this guy. I have a bad feeling about Dr. Tickles. If one could imagine.
Time for the
Okay. That's interesting. Mmm. Get these cheap spells. So what do I do to actually, like, take control of the board? Hmm. Like, what do I actually do to win and take control of the board?
Must have slept in. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. What can I get to counter? I hope it's some. Oh. What did I get? A horn of plenty. Alright. Is it time to yogg? Is it too soon to yogg? It mustn't be, right? Isn't that what you want? Whoa. Okay. Is this why yogg is here? Yogg's body might be dead and wild, but he is alive and standard. Is that an octosari? To all minions. I should be counting lethal right now.
14, 16, 18, 20, 26, 20. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see what people mean. Seems like a pretty fun deck.
I will set the sky ablaze. Let the games begin.
Seems pretty good to keep against a class like Demon Hunter, right?
Oh, well, that can't be good.
Sweet Lisa, I am working.
I see.
So I guess this is just remove every threat as you get there, and then yogg, and then play the 5 cost thing that lets you replay all of your spells.
There appears to be no sign of intelligent life.
Oh, so this guy is actually the whatchamacallit deck. This guy's actually just playing fun.
I died so soon.
I mean, I'm gotta think about a number of different things.
Well, then, we have a problem.
Okay. This is gonna like swarm the board really quickly if he gets all of the crew mates out. I mean, we could pick off a. Pick off potentially something big. I kind of want to make some hand space too for this.
I am walking. Oh, strap yourselves in.
Okay, so yeah, let's start to make some hand space.
Strap yourselves in.
Because potentially when we draw our first yogg, we play that, we can corrupt this, get all the nice Ysera cards, dream cards. And then when we play this, we get all the nice dream cards again.
Strap yourselves in.
Just leave that open, I suppose. Kind of starting to run out of juice. Whoops. Nothing to rat.
Communications reporting in.
Oh, that must feel a little bad. Five armor, or 6 armor, 5 damage to minion, Moonfire, Starfire. What are these again? Isn't the one that like you double a spell or you deal 3 and oh, that's what that is. Okay. Sure. We'll just take this one, I suppose. Potentially, we might need to do this just to get the 5.
Reporting in.
What is up with his crewmates? He's not summoned a single one. Six and draw a card. Kind of interesting. I mean, I guess we do that for now. There's the yoggers.
Reporting in.
Let's YOLO this and maybe we hit the middle one. Classic RNG. Starting to get a little low on health, but hopefully Yogg saves us. I mean, Yogg saved us in the past. Why wouldn't he save us now? In the now. Yogg, you sly devil. Oh.
Where did I leave that?
It was fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. Well, now we've got this corrupted. So it's going to be 5 cards. So let's... Five, 6... Shuffle a minion into its owner's deck. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Where did I leave
Uh-huh. That messes with my yogg, so maybe not take that. Maybe not so much take that one. I didn't know I could have this much fun in Hearthstone anymore. I really didn't. I didn't know it was possible. I know. It's gold 5. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Medivh versus the Lich King. Serve me in death. Let the games begin.
I really don't know yet what we mulligan. Like what we're looking for. Kind of like having early hidden objects, but I don't know if that's good. So what's this going to be? Leeches? I could save the coin for the manufacturing error. I think I might do that. And then we get an exploding ruins, maybe for the one guy that makes all the leeches. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm getting a little complacent with my resources. I feel like I'm not really being careful. There's the leeches. They're so dumb. I hate them so. Alright. Is that guy a 6 cost or a 5 cost? I hope he's a 5 cost. I hope he plays him next. And he gets exploded ruins in his face. Oh no. That's too bad. It's a little bit of an exploded ruins in his face, but not nearly as juicy as it could have been. What if we just get another exploding ruins from this? That would have been pretty funny. Do we want to hold all these 0 costs for the tide pools? Keep the coin for yogg. I want to have my hand somewhat empty. But I haven't seen a lot of draw spells yet from yogg. So these are all big ones, right? Yep, spells that cost 5 or more. I haven't seen a lot of draw spells from this, so maybe it's okay to have a little bit more stuff in my hand. Boy, that was sure stupid. Why don't you discover a spell first, you ding-dong? Sorry for the language. I take my gaming very seriously. Nine in hand. We'll go here. We can discover another one. We can do this. We can discover another one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pew pew. Okay. There's a little bit wheel spinning in this. I'm not gonna lie, but I kind of like it. Oh, Marin. It's so fun that I get to see you at this rank. I probably won't see you at this rank much higher. Are we ready? Do we attack first or do we just go? I think we just go, right? Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most intriguing is correct. Oh yeah. What? What even is this? It's a little turd board clear, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright. 5 damage, wow, for 1 cost. Let's see. We've got 9 burn. I guess we just yoggers again, right? What's the worst that could happen? Well, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's not so bad. Oh. What? Okay. I don't know. I do wish that he wasn't summoning a copy of 2-0. That's kind of trash. No problem. We'll just top deck the one that draws and then crap. No problem. We'll just hit all of my targets absolutely perfectly. No problem at all. What just happened? They're all gone. Well, farts. Alright, I'm having significantly less fun now. If I could draw that 10 cost one that recasts everything, or if I could draw that 5 cost one that reduces my spells, that'd be nice. But now I have an elemental in my deck. That's probably gonna mess with it. And here come the leeches. Okay, yogg is still yogg. It was pretty fun, but yogg is still yogg. So the first time it was neat. And we got a big board, and we got some cheap spells. The second time it was not so great. Not only did we get a bunch of cheap spells, we did a lot of damage to his face. I did not realize there were that many 5 cost or more spells that could do that much damage to him. That felt pretty good. Alright, so we got this for juice, and we got this for turn 8. Not much else, but that card always gives me a little bit of the heebies and a little bit of the jeebies, because I know that bad things are often coming. It was very, what's the word? It showed a lot of forethought that that Hearthstone only allowed that that dragon to do its extra turn once in a game. That showed a lot of maturing on Blizzard's part. The fact that they made sure that it was okay to start with. Let's just get rid of this.
Find me in the tree.
This feels like a waste of 3 damage, but that thing's annoying and I do want to get it out of here. Maybe now we can have a moment to manufacture error. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, well, we start with this. See what we get. I think we just do this. We don't even discover anything. So now we've got this to corrupt this, and then we've got that. So we've got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do over the next few turns. The biggest thing is how can I swing a little bit of the tempo for my turn 7, set up this for 8, this for 9, this for 10. If there's one thing that this stupid, dumb priest can do, it's tempo you out of a game really quickly. I don't want to use the tide pools and get a ton of stuff in my hand. I want to keep my hand somewhat flexible for Yogg. Although I have some pretty important cards in hand, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. What do we have? 9. Maybe it doesn't matter. Three damage is nice, I guess. Let's start here. Discover another one. Oh, neat. This is probably not good. Nope. Nope. I'm freaking out a little bit. But I think it's fine setting up the Yogg. There's just no end of the board nonsense with this deck. There's just no end.
My hand is full.
Goodness. Well. Off to a blazing start. A blazing start, Yogg.
Go forth on swift wings.
All are nourished and the cycle renews. Need help? Let's get you some extra time.
That's incredible.
Just thinking about what do you do to bounce back from that? Like, it's not a fun way to lose, but also you know it's happening, and he had two different draw highest cost dragons from his deck. Like, you know it's coming. It doesn't make it any less boring and kind of annoying to lose to. I don't know, like, I don't know, like, what do you, as somebody that's played Hearthstone for so long, like, what do you do to, what do you do to, like, just bounce back from that? To just not focus too much on that game. But also, you want to give some focus to it. Like, you want to think a little bit about, like, okay, what could I have done differently to change the game? Or what could I have done? Pocket Dimension? What kind of card is that? Not a good one for my hand right now. Like, to some extent, you don't just want to, like, forget what happened and move on, because you want to learn how to improve your game going forward. But also, you want to forget those sort of matchups fairly quickly, because they're just like, they just feel kind of bad. When a friendly minion is attacked. I guess we just do that. I probably shouldn't be doing all of this right now. I should probably be saving. I probably should have waited for the next turn to figure out what the board was going to be like, but I feel like there's a point where, you know, I don't know how much I could have played around what was being done, and I certainly couldn't out-tempo a dragon priest most of the time. So it felt kind of silly even... It felt kind of silly even going through my turns. Because at some point in time, they just get the cards together and they win. Oh, interesting. Okay. So when it comes in dormant, it doesn't get exploded. Like, I'm trying to improve myself as a casual player, even though I understand that, you know, there's only so much that I can do as a casual player to get better. Overall, I would like to still be somebody that's, you know, a lifelong learner that's trying to, like, continually improve their game. But sometimes I feel like you get so bogged down by the futility of it and by the, like, you know, in the back of your head, you know, like, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose. And then when you lose, you're like, psh. It feels like it's very difficult to actually, you know, get anything from that. But it's probably just the wrong... I should have used this, I think. It's probably just the wrong, like, frame of mind. Like, I'm probably framing it the wrong way. Even though I know myself, I have that turn counter, or that turn, you know, like, timer, where it's like, there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to lose this game. Like, the matchup is not good, and the optics, the way that it's going, are not very good. Like, there probably is that reality, but if I frame it that way, it makes the game just completely, you know, like, what's the point of even playing? I would like to keep my hand fairly small when I yogg all over this guy. Also, I'm sick of all the armor that he's gaining, so I'm just going to chip away at that. That's my strategy, and I hope it works. I think what's kept me from like the simple enjoyment of the game, where I had like a lot of enjoyment of the game at one point in time, what's kept me from enjoying it as much is probably that sense of feeling overmatched. And either it's because somebody has better cards than you, or because somebody has a better deck than you, or somebody's a net decker, like that sort of thing. I mean, like, there's all these different ways that I would get in my own head and make myself feel bad about losing. Okay. Is that an Octosari again? It is. It is an Oct. No, it's a splitting space rock. Okay, neat. In some ways, it's just kind of a part of the game. But maybe after a period of time, you don't want to play a game like that. Maybe after a period of time, you start to think, is this really worth it? Is this really enjoyable? Like, do I feel like I control more of the outcome of what's going to happen? There's some complexity to it because you want to be able to figure it out. But then at the same time, that was kind of a weird board clear, because now you're going to give me a bunch of 4/4s and a bunch of armor, which I appreciate. Hey, hey. Go. All right, don't do anything too hasty. Let's see what we've got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13, 14. Not even close to lethal, right? Not even close to lethal. Don't get any stupid ideas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't get everything here, but I can play that guy who's kind of spooky, and I can get some extra damage here and try to set up a lethal next turn. I don't know how. I've got 9, 10. If he clears the entire board. He used a lot of resources that last turn. But I know Warlock has pretty deep pockets when it comes to resources. Not to mention he's got some starship stuff he's doing. I'm not learned enough to know what's happening with the starship. I'm sure it's something bad. There's the armor piece. But that's not going to save you from death. Also, Isn't that one spell where you deal 1 damage and then deal another damage and another damage, another? Isn't that one in standard again? If he had that, he could have cleared the board, right? I always mix up the mechanics of that spell with Massacre Girl in Magic the Gathering. Oh, Massacre Girl. What a great card. This is lethal, right? I should be counting. I really should be counting. Didn't need to count. Counting's for chumps. Did you hear all those little rocks? Or weren't those little rocks? What were those little things?
Nadine versus Thrall. Let the games begin.
I think that's what's made it so hard to play Hearthstone at times. Even though it's been over the last like 10 years one of my favorite games, but I think it's been difficult to feel like you're up against something that you're almost inevitably not going to be able to overcome. It's like being a Minnesota Twins baseball fan and knowing that the New York Yankees exist. Even if you don't beat them, even if you don't lose to them in every game in the regular season, you're still going to lose to them in every game in the playoffs. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. The Twins had a historic losing streak where they lost however many 18, 19, 20 games in a row in the playoffs, and most of those games were to the Yankees. Like, it was so incredibly bad. It became kind of a joke nationally. And maybe, you know, being a Minnesota sports fan kind of wears off on me a little bit when I play games like Hearthstone, which is silly. There's no correlation at all between the two. And in fact, you could argue that there is no basis in any sort of trend that would lead to a historic losing streak like that. Like there's no supernatural trend that would lead towards that. It could be because the Yankees invest a lot of money into their team and the Twins do not. It could be because the Yankees have a Class A market where it attracts a lot of free agents and the Twins do not. There's all of these like logical reasons as to why this is the case, often having nothing to do with like, you know, some kind of preconception of fairness or of supernatural curses or anything like that. And yet that's always how we feel as sports fans. It's like, we could have won that game and it was the Yankees. We could have done this, but blah, blah, blah. That's pretty good for casting spells. Pew, pew. Maybe that mentality does carry over into Hearthstone, and maybe that's part of what I've been trying to work on. But then there's another part of me that's like, you know, sometimes it's just all the stuff That's the fun one. This one is probably a little better. Can actually help you in this game to deal damage. Random enemy. Okay. All of a sudden we're setting up a pretty early lethal here. That's annoying, but we'll see what Yogg has to say about it. Huh. Wow. All right. I do think that there's a lot of nature nurture stuff involved in that kind of thinking. I mean, imagine if you're raised in an environment where you're kind of like trained to think that way. Like you're kind of trained to think that the world is up against you. Eventually, that's going to kind of become a part of your psyche. But if you're already predisposed to that kind of thinking, like if you're already somebody that like struggles with melancholy thinking or struggles even with like depression, even if it's high functioning, if you struggle with that already, that kind of thinking being driven into you at an early age is going to affect like everything that you do. And I do feel like to some extent that's kind of plagued what I've done, because I have had people tell me throughout my life that this is not really possible for you to do. It's not that you couldn't do it, but it's not really something that's going to be accessible for you to do. It's like, is it possible for the sports team that you love to win the championship? Yes. Technically it's possible. It's not going to happen though, because of this. And you know, it's like, do you have the potential to achieve these things in your life? Yes. Are you going to do it? Well, probably not. Like, there was always this idea built into me that you can't achieve that. And what I didn't realize is the amount of actual. So now I think I'm just going to be a burn mage now, because this is actually kind of working out. The strategy is actually kind of working out for me. Like what I didn't realize, and what I thought was silly at first, is practicing a different kind of mentality. Like I thought, well, if you're predisposed to this kind of thinking in the first place, then it doesn't really matter what you tell yourself. You're just going to be that person. Well, that's not necessarily the case, because I've seen improvements in my anxiety because I talk to myself during anxious moments. Like, I ground myself during anxious moments, and that does help. It's not always perfect, but it does help. And I feel like there is definitely a state of mind or a state of thinking that can alter some of the behavior that you have naturally. It doesn't fix it all the time, of course, but it can make a difference, like legitimately. Do we need to... Yeah, I'm going to do... Wait a minute, what? Okay. Let's just get rid of that. I was thinking that the Frost Lich cross stitch was the same as the Oasis Ally, and I had it reduced, but it wasn't. This was the secret. Asteroid Shaman, sure, okay. Alright. It's April 2025, but okay, sure. That's one way to spend your life. One, two, three. Eat a banana. It does, you do realize the older you get how complex things are. Because, like, I didn't realize the different, like, mental health things that went into it. Like, I didn't realize how, like, you know, ADD or different ways that the brain processes things and learns things. And, like, that all contributes to the way that we live our life in ways that I did not understand before. Like, you know, executive functioning. No one told me about executive functioning until I was, like, in my 30s. That was, like, a whole new thing for me. Like, opened up a whole bunch of like different ways of thinking. Hello. Okay. It's kind of sad. Maybe we do this. Maybe we do... What? Bro, you just passed the turn. What happened? What happened to you? Was it the stock market? This guy just passed the turn. This isn't Magic the Gathering. You can't counter spells. What are you doing? I don't know if I'm going to need this. I don't know if I'm going to need this. I really wish that we weren't playing against Asteroid Shaman anymore. This can't be his sole win condition in this deck, right? Why is he passing the turn? Is this some kind of street thing? Is he intimidating me? What's going on? Oh boy, this is pretty bad.
My hand is full.
Oh, that's so bad. That's very, very sad and bad. Okay. I think while you have exactly one, it's attack and health are 10. Okay. Let's actually just do this. So we don't burn anything else. What a weird aura. Love to see this guy come out. Wow. What kind of hard times has befallen this gentleman? Shoot. Should have used my banana. I don't even want to discover any spells. like I'm. Uh oh. Hmm. Doesn't have to be terrible. Doesn't have to be life-ending. Hmm. By fire be purged. What kind of meta is this? I actually kind of like that Rag is back. He's really bad now. I mean, he's just fun to discover and stuff. He's not so good anymore though. Look at this pro gamer. All right. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Was I just stupid? Oh no, was I just stupid? Wait, I think I'm okay. Oh, it can't be targeted. Come on, I need some damage. No!
Endure.
Hmm. 2 damage to all enemies.
My hand is full.
That was damage I could have used. That was damage I could have used. But actually, we're okay. just getting cocky. You're gonna do something stupid. Okay. I don't know if I responsibly have time to play another one. I would like to play another one. I don't know if I responsibly have enough time. Also, look at this. I don't even have enough gold for the mini set. I gotta get my house in order. Raise some funds. Alright. I think I'm going to be responsible and be finished with the stream. Even though I don't want to be responsible. Because as I've gotten older, I've had to learn priorities, I've had to learn time management, I've had to learn different things. Whoa. So, let's head on down to the final part. Hey, there we go. What have you learned? I learned that I shouldn't put "what are you selling" right next to "what have we learned today." I haven't even used "what are we selling." I thought that bit was going to be funnier. See, I planned, because for the first few weeks I was streaming, I got nothing but scammers and people wanting to sell artwork and random hookups and Discord and stuff. It was super weird, and so I started developing this bit where I would just ask the scammers as soon as they came in, "What are you selling? What do you got? Let's hear your pitch." I had a Timmy tank set up and everything. It was going to be pretty funny. But the moment that I was prepared for it, that's when the scammers stopped. I've had one scammer since I set it up in the months, because I probably set that up in like early March maybe. So, okay. A little over a month. In the weeks that have gone by, they just stopped coming. So I guess my stream is so great that even the scammers won't touch it anymore. And I don't really understand that. But, you know, it's hard to get discovered on Twitch. And Twitch isn't the place to get discovered. I understand that. But when even the scammers don't mess with you, it's a little sad. Hearthstone can be fun. We talked about executive functioning. We didn't really learn anything about that, but we just kind of reminded ourselves to put that into context, into perspective, into consideration. It's good to be responsible. It doesn't feel good sometimes. It doesn't pay the dopamine bills, but it's good to be responsible. Did we learn that? No. But it was still something that was important that we discussed. Okay. Well, sometimes you have loud streams, sometimes you have quiet streams. Sometimes people show up and you have a good time, and then sometimes you're just talking to yourself. The fact of the matter is, most people just learn to talk to themselves, and I've been talking to myself my whole life. And you can take that for whatever sort of weird message might be there. It's not a schizophrenia thing. It's just a loneliness thing. I don't know. Okay. We played a few good games of Hearthstone. We moved our rank ever so slightly, but the main thing is we've had fun with this deck. The main thing is we've had fun playing Hearthstone again, and I feel like my sodium level is about the same as when I started. That is a positive. That is a plus. So I will take that. I will say that that was a good stream, that was a positive stream. So, on that note, tomorrow, same thing. Hearthstone or Magic. Not sure yet what I'm going to do. And at some point in time, Dying the Dungeon's going to come back. At some point in time, we might try some of these new card games that I've been trying out, thinking about trying out. May have some surprises here and there. Don't forget this week, too, is the Band of Timmy's EDH night for April. That's on Friday night. So put that on your calendars. Unless you're watching this in the future and it's already passed, then don't put it on your calendars. Then you'll be disappointed. But April 25th in the States. Band of Timmy's EDH night. And it's in the Discord, so just go to the Discord and just go look at the event in the Discord. You'll find it in the Discord. Where do you find the Discord? On the front page of the Twitch. Where do I find the Twitch? On the front page of the YouTube. How do I find the YouTube? You just search up Band of Timmy's Fun Club. How much do I have to keep explaining to you? Why don't you just be responsible for your own life? Okay, we're done.
If you're still there, please join the club. Like and follow us on Twitch and YouTube. Seriously now, stop fooling around. Join our Discord and subscribe to everything. This song is over. No more jokes. This is your last chance to join our club. Go. Join the club, like and follow us on Twitch and YouTube. Seriously now, stop fooling around. Join our Discord and subscribe to everything. This song is over. No more jokes. This is your last chance to join our club. Go.
Hey, I'm still here. Bye.